Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. The sun is out. It's extremely breezy out there. A storm is a brewing, and we are going to do a Celtic cross reading today with the Druid Craft Tarot. Okay. Whew, I don't know why I feel out of breath. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. My daughter reaching adulthood. Happy birthday, Megan. 21 today. On the 21st, my little millennium baby. She's my big baby now. Okay. Let's have a look and see what the story is on this glorious day. The songs are coming through. It's like daisies are our silver, buttercups are gold. These are all the treasures we can have and hold. Let's have a look at the story. Okay. Look, I thought we were having a good day. Let's just push you back a bit. There you go. I thought we were going to have a good day today. It's the 21st of the 1st. 21. Seven of Swords. I would say this is a sneaky energy, but he looks like he's trying to express something, get something off of his... I felt like he actually wanted to get something off of his chest, but maybe off of his mind might be the more accurate way to say that. So he's looking at getting something off of his mind. He's looking a bit... well, I don't want to say he's looking old. He looks quite tidy. He looks quite tidy. This is the energy of tidying up, and a lot of people, whether they're aware of it or not, tend to go into like a frenzy of tidying up, like I'm going to clean all the windows, or you know, I'm going to, I don't know, polish the tiles in the bathroom, and it's normally because you've got something on your mind, so you try and keep yourself busy. But I feel like he's been doing his tidying up, and now he's sat down and he's like, okay, I've got to put something together. He's got to put something together. I'm shaking. I can see the candle, the flame. It's just one flame. And I've noticed just the one flame in my essence burner. Essence burner. That's what we're talking about. The Seven of Swords. Let's read the write-up. The write-up. Feels like the right way to show up. Keywords is insights, strategy and research. New ideas challenge old assumptions and great progress is made. New ideas challenge. So there is a challenge here. Old assumptions and great progress is made. I don't know why I'm so shaky. Using intellect, wit or charm to gain an advantage or recover something that has been lost. But care must be taken not to start believing the ends justifies the means. Strategic planning or research, espionage, deceit or escape. I feel like this is very much about, with those old assumptions, new ideas are challenging them. So there's something that this masculine wants to get off of his mind, off of his chest, off of his mind. I felt like it's got something to do with the flame. And now my throat chakra is really like blocked up. It's like the eternal flame. Close your eyes, give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? Do you feel the same? So I'm kind of touching on the heart, getting something off of the chest, the heart. And it's like, do you feel my heart beating? Do you feel the same? And then we have the death energy. Now, what's interesting is I said that he looks quite tidy. This feminine here, she looks ever so frail. But I'm feeling like this is actually the same masculine, this is the same person in the Death card here. I feel like the masculine is slowly deteriorating, and it's like he's cleaning up his act. The challenge is the death. The challenge is actually having the strength. The snake's here, and I feel like the snake is kind of like the same as the candle in the background. Elton John, Candle in the Wind. Okay. Is it Candle in the Wind or Candle on the Wind? I don't... There's some wind going on outside. There's a little wisp coming from this death image. And that's the challenge. Old assumptions are draining you. I feel like it's the masculine energy here. Old assumptions are draining you. We're talking about you smartening things up. Okay. I feel like things are looking right. Things are looking right. I actually felt directional. Right. Let's look at this challenging message today. The Death card. Card number 13. The old and unnecessary wants to die. What passion? Exclamation mark. Feel like there's that jumping for joy then. It's like if I've got the energy. The new prepares to open like a rosebud at the dawn of a new day. The keywords: clearing away the old to make way for the new, precursor to transformation, intense passion and initiation. Now it's only the Divine Masculine. It's only any of us. It's only any of us. That doesn't make sense. The same applies to all of us. It's only us that can initiate ourselves into our new life. It has to be our own doing, our own choosing. Okay. For the life that you opt for. So initiation and transformation. The core structure of initiation involves an experience of death followed by an experience of rebirth. You may be at just such a moment of initiation. We often have to die to our old ways of thinking, feeling or behaving before we can open to our new life. If that makes sense. I don't know how I was holding him up, but that is kind of like what I feel is going on here. Old assumptions, new ideas. Right, let's have a look at what's gone on in the past then. Why have we got two decks of cards? What happened? What happened? Why are they split up like that? Shuffle them back in. I think I just saw the Hangman. Let's have a look at the past energy. It did state that you could be at such an initiation. Gone through the process of death. And also through the rebirth stage. Or you are being reborn. Past energy is rebirth, yeah. Okay. Has it occurred? I feel like you've been through this, Divine Masculine. You're ready. You've heard the call. And now you're going to have to come up with something. In the past, we have the rebirth. So you've been through the death. You're at this point now. Ready to take on the world. Okay. Judgment card. Rebirth. You hear the call and awaken to the new light of day. You have entered the darkness and drunk of the cup of silence. You have chosen life and emerge reborn. So this is you wanting to come up with something now because you've been silent through this process, Divine Masculine. You've heard the call. You've drunk from the cup of silence. You have chosen life and emerge reborn. Following a calling, new directions, renewal, transformation and decision making. So this is your past energy. The power of the call. You may have heard the call of your vocation, your mission in life, the spiritual path you are seeking, or simply the call of a new direction you need to take. Rebirth into a life that is more fully your own. You may have come to a crossroads in your life and a decision is required that will take you in a new direction. And I feel that's where you're at, this crossroads. The now energy. You may have come to a crossroads in your life and a decision is required that will take you in a new direction. Let's have a look. Let's look at where you are actually standing now, this card. The Hangman. I thought I saw a glimpse of him. Okay, hanging around. And that silence there. So you're being held here by the divine. Actually, you've got all major arcanas, which means it's kind of out of your hands. You're knowing that you're going to have to follow this calling. This is the only one really that you have control over. And that's what we're talking about, is coming up with something. Because you are ready. The death energy is a major arcana. The transformation is going to hit you. The death energy, and then it looks like you've experienced a rebirth. And now you're in the Hangman. And the Hangman, you'll be held there. And you're silenced and bound. You're bound to silence until when? I feel like that could be until you choose to come down. I feel like you give the go-ahead, Divine Masculine. The Hanged Man. Card number 12. Now that comes before the Death card, 13. The Hangman comes before the Death card. So you've been silent for quite a while, Divine Masculine. That was a big cup you drank from. The message: go deeper now and let go of your striving. Yes, we're thriving now. Okay, so this is what's needing to occur in the now, or where you are now. You've gone deeper. You need to let go of your striving. True freedom and independence are found through surrender. So it has to be your own. I thought there was a hair on top of that card. Has to be your own choosing. Look at his toe there. It's kind of like lined up with the window. The key words are reversal of values or attitudes. And the first card stated that this was new ideas challenging old assumptions. The seeds of inspiration may soon be harvested in a period of successful creative activity. You could experience deep feelings that seem to have little to do with your everyday circumstances as your awareness and sensitivities develop, letting go of expectations in order to discover more about a particular situation, a radical reversal of values or attitudes. So you can see that you're ready. What kind of jumped out? Letting go of expectations in order to discover more about a particular situation. And it feels very much that the Divine Masculine's needing, not even wanting, it's needing to contact the Divine Feminine. He's flame, that's what I'm feeling from the cards. Should we have a look into the future? The Will. Okay. Now, the Divine Feminine, she has a protective circle around her, but there is enough room, Divine Masculine. Oh, the energy of like you're cutting it fine. Okay. Oh, you're cutting it fine. You're giving yourself a nice haircut. You're looking fine and dandy. You're cutting it fine. There is a gap here. What's with the pebbles? The stones. Okay. It says somewhere called Pebble Beach. Oh, ding. I felt like it was a show, Pebble Beach. Anyway, Pebble Beach. There's pebbles within the cave here. The Wheel, that's the Wheel of Fortune. in the future. Now that cave in there could be where, like Jesus said he was going to resurrect. He was laying down, resting in there. And on the third day, just like he said. Okay, so this is about the Divine Masculine deciding. Just like he said, I feel like Divine Masculine, you're actually making a date in your mind. As if to say, okay, I'm going to do it on this date. And then you've got like a countdown. But it feels like if you say you're going to do it in 3 days' time, then you're going to do it in 3 days' time. Now, there was an impatience from the disciples, and they kind of wanted to move on. And it was actually the Mother Mary, Jesus' mother, that said to them, do you not trust him? He said he'll return. He said he will show, he will resurrect. He will resurrect, he will show his resurrection in 3 days. And the first person that saw Jesus, I should say, was actually his twin flame, Mary Magdalene. So we had the Mother Mary who got the others to trust, and the first person to see was Jesus' divine counterpart. Okay. Interesting. It was like it felt like the feminines handled the rebirth, the resurrection, a lot more in faith and belief than what the masculine disciples did. So, which kind of shows your faith in your faith and strength in love. Okay. And also about trusting someone. If they say they're going to do something, then they're going to do it. So let's have a look at this, the wheel. The message is, you can see the patterns in your life and the wider pattern in the cycles of birth, life, death and rebirth. Harvesting the seeds of destiny, you continue to sow seeds of love. And what I actually felt was, Divine Feminines, hold on to your belief. You are protected, and it might feel as if you're cutting it fine, like time's running out, but it's like, no, details are being prepared. It's very much as if the energy of, don't get impatient, especially if you hear messages like telepathy that your masculine's coming, or you're tapping into songs, the signs, the synchronizations. You're going to have to believe and trust that. If you don't, you're basically saying that you still don't trust and believe that your Divine Masculine has evolved and changed, especially if you feel like he's let you down in the past. It's like, yeah, but we've moved on this year. And we've evolved and changed, and so has the Divine Masculine. You have to believe that. Otherwise, you're going to attract back the thing that you're trying to move away from, which is a distorted masculine. So, your belief, especially the feminine, strong feminine energy here. So you can see the patterns in your life and the wider patterns in the cycles of birth, life, death, and rebirth. Harvesting the seeds of destiny, you continue to sow seeds of love. Okay, keywords: reaping rewards, synchronicity, harvest, prosperity, inevitability, progress, and completion. So trusting in the process of life, most definitely. You're not going to be missed out, Divine Feminine. No way. But you do know the energy that you should be standing in, and that's being very centered here and trusting in the process of life. One season or cycle in your life may be coming to an end, and a new one may be beginning. Trust in the process of life. Relax and release some of the control you exert in your life or relationships. Wisdom comes when we no longer behave reactively, but are aware of the themes that are woven through our lives. There's a process to this, guys. Okay. It's a process that might be, Divine Feminines, you're very chatty, of nature. You want to discuss everything, your emotions, your feelings. It's just like you want to get it out. The masculines aren't like that. They handle things differently. That's Sunshine's bright, but it's nice and warming. So I shall remain where I am. Let's have a look. That's the kind of energy, remain where it's warm, Divine Feminine. As I felt like it's very warming. I'd be silly to move from here. It feels like lovely, lovely. And behind this tree of wisdom are the same, I said it was like Pebble Beach, but I'm not sure where I'm going with that. But the colours are the same, the yellow. And the Divine Masculine's hiding behind the tree here. But it's like he can see you. Let's have a look at what's assisting behind the scenes. This card here. The Moon. Intuition. Telepathy. I feel very much a talking over here. There is the energy of actually the masculine though, talking things over with himself. I feel a strong masculine at night time, howling at the moon. So I feel like the masculine is trying to find some form of completion to this cycle. Let's have a look at the moon energy that's assisting behind the scenes. I'm singing, what have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this? Since you went away, I've been hanging around, I've been wandering round, I'm feeling down, you went away, you sure made me feel better, now I don't know, how am I gonna get through? Well, let's have a look. What have you done to deserve this? Do you know what you're deserving of, Divine Masculine? Abundance, radiance, prosperity. Forever young. That song, I was singing. Forever young, I want to be forever young. That was this morning. Do you really want to live forever? Forever. Okay, let's read this. What's the system behind the scenes? Fear is a powerful teacher and ally. If you can walk through the gates of fear, you will arrive at the realm of the goddess, who will bless you with inner vision. The Divine Masculine has to do this. There's no bypassing it. So we can't have a height bypass. No, you've got to climb the ladder. Okay. You've got to follow through on the steps. And that's what I feel like. I feel it's about the follow through. So this masculine may have been wanting to speak up on numerous occasions, but I feel like he might be setting a date and he's sticking to it. Otherwise, he's going to keep proving that he is unreliable. And I'm not sure if it's undependable or independable. Because there's this energy of being independent, but then actually being able to be depended upon. It's not nice to feel that you're viewed as not being dependable, or that you let people down. You say things and don't actually follow through. So I feel like this is bothering the Divine Masculine. If you can walk through the gates of fear, you will arrive at the realm of the goddess, who will bless you with inner vision, which will help ease your mind. Okay. Psychic awakening, dreams, key revelation of feminine mysteries, withdrawal and facing fears. Okay, the meaning, change, imagination, creativity, a difficult emotional journey ahead. Any loneliness or confusion you feel will pass as this phase reaches its natural completion. Becoming aware of material from the unconscious. Although upsetting, this could help your creative process. Let yourself be guided by trust, and you will pass through your fear to emerge stronger. Imagination, fantasy, vision, and creative work. Wow. And it's the work that we all have to do. The divine masculine included. Okay, so how are you feeling about this divine masculine. I feel it's really is just kind of addressing you today. Addressing you. Okay. It's like having a new wardrobe, like being brand spanking new, and it's like, okay, let's change my style for your rebirth. And it feels like before you actually show your rebirth, who to? The divine feminine. You're celebrating. So you're happy. The message keeps coming through for the divine feminines to celebrate, even though there's nothing really like tangible proof. It's that's what the message is. Time for a celebration. Let's have a look, divine masculine, then. Celebration, friendship and gifts. They are things to celebrate, especially tapping into your psychic gifts. A time for celebration. There may be a specific event such as a marriage or birth. Take the time to enjoy the pleasures of friendships. So you are enjoying yourself. It's like connecting with your new tribe. Joy and energy. Receiving help or gifts. How nice is that? The end of a difficult or exhausting period in your life and success in the arts. It's a nice picture you're painting for yourself there, divine masculine. How is this affecting other people who are around you, divine masculine? What's the knock-on effect it's having to them? 9 of Cups, so you're single. So you are single and free to do whatever you wish. And that's what you're doing. You're going after your wishes now. So how does this affect anyone else? It doesn't. It feels like it's all about you. I feel like very well deserved. Very much deserved, divine masculine. This journey definitely does take it out of you. Contentment, achievement and realisation of dreams. A time for enjoyment and celebration, a rewarding emotional life, that someone may be missing from your life or you may feel strangely lonely. Having been through difficulties in the past, now close relationships and warmth abound. Inspiration and creativity. Any obstacle will be easily handled and make sure you appreciate your blessings. And I feel like he has been blessed by you, divine feminine. Okay, and he's wanting to show his appreciation. It's a real nice energy here for the divine masculine. It's just obviously his cup has been silent. He's drunk from the cup of silence. Okay, so we have the surrender card now, and that's what the hangman stated, what needed to happen is this, the divine masculine needs to surrender. Now he has grown up, he's let go of his boyish, childish ways, he's sent him away, he's like, you can just stay there. It's like, I've learnt my lessons. He's put his foot down, and I feel like he's looking quite good. Bit of a hero energy here. I don't know, a Viking, I don't know, a hero. He's looking finer. That's what it does. Look at all the confidence, clarity, when you've released all the burdens. Forever young. Happiness does that. Okay, 5 of Swords. Now, this is your hopes or fears. I feel like you're going to deal with this situation, divine masculine. Defeat, blame, communication breakdown. So I feel the masculine's very aware the past him has allowed for this communication to break down, and it's like it wants to be reinstated via this mature masculine, who the divine masculine has kind of grown into. I feel like he's going to like himself. How marvellous is that? That's marvellous medicine, to actually grow to actually like yourself. Okay. You may be involved in a quarrel and feel as if you are losing the battle. Perhaps you've been subjected to humiliation, abuse, or malicious gossip. Use of underhand tactics. You may be blaming someone or they are blaming you, or jealousy and envy may be surfacing. Some things need to get worse in order to get better. I feel like the Divine Masculine could have been stewing on this for a while. Okay. So it feels like it's got to its worst kind of case scenario. So some things need to get worse before they can get better. It's like he's taken some like liquid love, some elixir, life, the elixir of life, which is love. Let's have a look at the outcome here for the masculine. 9 of Swords, Divine Feminine. It's still this maybe sleepless nights, because I do feel the Divine Masculine is communicating a lot. This is a challenge for him. Old assumptions, most definitely. So he may have made, a bit of made himself maybe look a little bit immature and foolish. So this is, I feel like, playing on his mind. It can be transmuted through you, through nighttime, through your dreams. I feel like you're feeling a lot more settled, but you can still maybe pick up on your Divine Masculine could be suffering from some nightmares. He's still trying to, night terrors apparently. He's terrified. The Divine Masculine, you're terrified. And only when he walks through the gates of fear will he be embraced. I can't remember what it said, but it said something about, I felt like it was forgiveness from the feminine. He's going to be embraced by the feminine. But he has to walk through the fear. So the outcome is the 9 of Swords. So if you feel like the energy is really quite heavy, remember that some things need to get worse before they can get better. And trust in the divine plan. Sorrow, anguish and mental cruelty. Mental anguish and suffering, the torment faced at the end of a relationship or following a bereavement or separation. This period will come to its natural completion and you will enter a brighter phase. A sharp mind can wound unintentionally, and the Divine Masculine's mind is sharp because it's causing him pain. And he wants to get this off of his mind. Okay, right, let's just finish off with some oracle cards. Let's get you some daily guidance from your angels. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Gonna let it show. Well, the sun has come out. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. And I found like a great big white feather in the shoulder. I did. I pulled it out. Notice the signs. It's like stop ignoring them. And I feel the Divine Masculine may know that he's been ignoring them because they're gnawing at him. Okay. The angels gave you this card to help you understand the signs you've been receiving lately. These signs may include feathers, coins, butterflies, birds, or other repetitive visions that make you think of the angels who have deliberately sent you these signs to let you know that they are nearby, protecting, loving, and guiding you. The additional meanings for this card. Your departed loved ones in heaven are saying, hello, I love you. Notice and believe in the repetitive signs you receive as validation that you're on the right path. Have faith. Follow the signs that are guiding you to your heart's desire. Divine Feminine, notice and believe in the repetitive signs you receive as validation that you're on the right path. Divine Masculine, this reading I feel was for you, but there's a few pointers for the Divine Feminine now. Okay. I'm going to get a message from, let's get a postcard from Spirit. Whereabouts are they? Tucked in here. I need more room. I need more divine space. It's like you've got to clear the space that you've got to allow for more. Okay. Space. The final frontier. Let's have a look at what the postcard from Spirit would like to say. Well, I feel like the Mother Mary would like to talk today as well. Okay. Oh, we've got Cupid here. You are loved. Well, we just had the recent message saying that your deceased loved ones are nearby saying hello. I love you. So we have a little Cupid here with a rose. Dearest Jew, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. We just adore you over here. What would love do? So I've got little threads now hanging out of my sleeve. What's love got to do? Got to do with it? It's got everything to do with it. We here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. Okay. We're going to end with a Mother Mary card. I feel like let's get an affirmator, and then we shall end with a Mother Mary. Oh my goodness, I've like tidied these cards like too well, but I can't actually get to them. Just need to look at. Let's get the affirmator first. It's 1330. Let's have an affirmator. We have abundance. Okay, Divine Masculine, take note. Congratulations. It seems you're due for an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. They've even cost out a little and put an infinitely big piece. Congratulations, it seems you're due for an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Love it, so polite. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone, so get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. It's a bonus card, it's coming. You just need to accept it. Divine Masculine. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. Let's end with a message from the Mother Mary. Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries. I love it when we get a new card out. Card number 6. That's the number of love. I have many names and faces, but behind those names and faces, I am your loving mother always. I come to you in light and darkness, through joy and even, my beloved, through loss and tragedy. I am always your loving mother. I am seeking you, reaching for you, calling you to me. If you can know this, then great peace and spiritual power will be yours, and you can assist me in enlightening this world from fear and distrust into a place of compassion and divine radiance unveiled. Remember me always. I am your loving mother always. It can be easier to sense the presence of the Divine Mother when she appears through her light face, in compassion, gentleness and charity. It can be more challenging to accept and honour her presence through her dark face. Her dark face may be manifesting through death or loss, through tragedy, trauma or crisis, through confusion, or even through meeting our own inner demons of great fear, attachment or hate. Her dark face is no less loving than her face of light, no less radiant, though one may have to look through the eye of the heart to see the vivid light that may seem veiled through circumstance. If we are encountering the dark face of Mother Mary, sometimes known as the Black Madonna, we are being initiated into a very powerful and precious spiritual consciousness, and we will be granted the ability to find love, healing and peace, even from the darkest of human experiences. It is the power of unconditional love that is granted by the Black Madonna, as paradoxical as that may seem. It is tremendous spiritual power that is not held back by an ego desire to only experience the pleasurable side of life, denying the value or necessity also of its pain. If you are called to this path at this particular time in your life, it is because it will serve you most. The mother loves her children unconditionally and without exception. She will call you through pain when pleasure would not suffice. She calls through suffering when it will break open your heart into greater capacity for bliss and rapture. She acknowledges all that you give, all that you bear in her name of love. All that you give will be returned to you, multiplied as grace and miracles. Do not turn away. The pain that you have been bearing is known by the Holy Mother, and she comes to you in this oracle to tell you that not only are you being acknowledged, but there is a transformative healing that is happening through your pain. She is in it with you, whilst also being on the other side of this darkness with a bright light, calling you to greater divine bliss than you imagined you could ever feel. And I feel that's the Divine Feminine here with the Divine Masculine one, whilst she's going through this. She's always with you, Divine Masculine, in spirit. We need Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries desperately, and she knows it. That is why she will not let us go and calls us to her in increasing crisis and struggle until we pay attention. For those of us who have heart strong enough to bear honest experiences of painful but liberating emotions, such as sadness and grief, anger and rage, including divine outrage, and allow these feelings to stretch our hearts, her spiritual power comes to us. Her healing balm can pour through us into the world. She would hold the container for you to feel and release emotions, even though they can be so painful that you may feel as though they are going to tear you into pieces as you feel them. This is the pain of the world that you are helping to release. She has been burned and burns, you see. She suffers just as we do. She is not separate from us. She is us. She is every animal that suffers cruelty, every human that suffers abuse, every tree that is destroyed, every ocean animal that dies through pollution, every heart that breaks when witnessing ignorance and carelessness. You are perhaps never closer to her or more in her fierce, merciful, raw and miraculous grace than in that moment when you are howling in agony with her. So there you are, Divine Masculine. And it is your Divine Feminine, or the Mother, the Divine Mother, the Black Madonna, who is with you. This takes great courage, but Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries bestows that courage in the hearts of all her beloved children. She comes to us when we need to release our suffering. She comes to us to reassure us that we will move through this time of struggle, and she is with us always. She teaches us that our suffering is not to be held up as a badge of honour, or that we are martyrs to her cause. She has too much grace of protection for that to be. She teaches us instead that our ability to be present to our suffering, allowing it to flow through us in waves, is what empowers us to be moved by life and completely open to her. She then shares her great gift, that through our ability to be fearlessly open to life, we are not only asked to bear suffering, but are blessed with a capacity for divine rapture. We can then taste the ecstatic intensity of life. Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries comes to you with guidance to be honest with your suffering and know that you are not alone in it, and through this, she invites you to open to her ecstatic bliss, to the divine presence in the everyday. This oracle confirms her presence is reaching out to you through any challenges that you are experiencing or have experienced, but need to make peace with, instead of holding guilt or shame about those challenges. Now is your time. Pray to her to help you trust in her wisdom and receive her blessing with a courageous heart, and your life will be transformed through her grace. There is nothing that she cannot do for you who are devoted to her. So there is nothing that she cannot do for you who are devoted to her. Let's end with this healing process and affirmation. You are sitting in a quiet place with a waterfall of liquid white light sparkling before you. A large, beautiful black face slowly emerges from behind the waterfall with soot and ash smeared across it, and with large, liquid, black eyes that reflect the suffering of the world. This being is filled with love and compassion whilst feeling all the pain of the world. Allow your heart to send her love and this prayer, spoken aloud. My beloved Black Madonna, Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries, my love and endless gratitude for your blessings, your mercy, your rage, and your grace. Our Lady of Truth, Our Lady of Balance, Our Lady of Divine Justice, Our Lady of Fierce Compassion, Our Lady of Ruthless Devotion. May I serve your wisdom. May I live your wisdom with intelligence, grace, and empowered devotion. Bless me. Bless me, Mother. Bless the world through me. I surrender my will to your miraculous workings and ask for your help that I may serve. So be it. Allow the Black Madonna to bless you in whatever way she now chooses. She may invite you to come to her in that waterfall of sparkling white light, or send you a colour or a symbolic spiritual gift. So it's important that you look out and notice the signs. Allow the Black Madonna to bless you in whatever way she now chooses. She may invite you to come to her in that waterfall of sparkling white light, or send you a colour or a symbolic spiritual gift. Be open to receiving that blessing without having to understand the how or the why. Even if you don't sense the blessing happening, that is fine. It just means it is taking place at a subtle or subconscious level. When you have rested for a few moments, finish your process with this affirmation. Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries, the Black Madonna, Mother Mary, who loves the world without condition, you have the devotion of the world soul and the human heart. I offer my help to you. May I serve your wild grace. So be it. It's a beautiful message for today, guys. Have yourself a fantastically awesome day, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.